The Legend of Zelda series is a childhood favorite for those who have been a continuous fan of Link's adventure and the mission to thwart the evil king's plans to rule the entirety of Hyrule and perhaps even the Sacred Realm. Through each entry's complex or not so complex story and gameplay, we all find something to adore, to love and make memories from. Or maybe there are a few of you who just want to bash the series. I don't know. Regardless, I find that many of the games are designed so specifically on purpose, so that we get our greedy little hands on our consoles and we won't let go until 3 a.m. Or at least I know I did. There are many aspects to each game that are probably the most memorable, and I think we can agree that designs in both characters and architecture cuts the cake. As a 12-year-old girl who had never played a single Zelda game, I am very happy that I chose firstly to play Twilight Princess, which was a milestone of a first amazing impression for me. Just the world, both beautiful and spooky, the designs of the enemies, numerous items, and characters that was like eye candy. But out of all of them, the world of the Twilight is, without a doubt, a truly adored place, and one I have never stopped loving. From the scenery, the people, palace, and what may lurk beyond and below, there truly is a sandbox of mysteries for our innocent inner child to dig up and explore. But I am aware that some of you might not know where or what the Twilight Realm is. So let me do a little review. The Twilight Realm is a parallel existence to Hyrule, a world which is physical as well as spiritual. It is a place of shadows, and by quote-unquote shadows, I mean that the Twilight Realm has a very small source of light by nature. The only known source of quote-unquote light, which it has being in the form of a luminous round sphere called a soul. From Midna, she tells us that this soul has equivalent abilities and is like the sun of your world, meaning the light realm, and even that the power of the soul is the source of life in this world. It is pure power, end quote. So, by nature, nothing in this realm can truthfully live in the realm without some source of light. And when we look up what the word twilight means, its definition states that it is the soft glowing light from the sky when the sun is below the horizon, caused by the refraction and scattering of the sun's rays from the atmosphere, end quote. Now, I actually took it a step further and looked up Twilight Zone. The final definition at the bottom of the screen says this: the lowest level of the ocean to which light can penetrate, end quote. So, the Twilight Realm is perpetual light and darkness, which is merged together to make one element. We have seen this before. Maybe in our everyday lives. At the times of dusk and dawn, when blackness bleeds into the night sky, driving away the light. Only the Twilight Realm is forever a mixture of the two, with darkness being the dominating, yet no life can survive without the light. This makes a lot of sense actually. When Link and his companion Midna first enter the dusk-enclosed realm, when Link walks towards the plaza-like space below, Midna immediately informs Link that these strange creatures that heavily resemble the hostile shadow beasts are not their enemy and pose no threat to Link. Midna says,
"Wait! This guy isn't an enemy, Link. They may look different, but they're inhabitants of this world. They're my people. Sant, how could he?"
the Twili
Twilight?
have been forced into this mutation because of the unnatural lack of soul light less light in the realm than what there had always been, transformed unnaturally, just like how Hylians turn into spirits in the twilight, or Link into a wolf. When Link brings back both souls to the plaza, he passes by the mutated inhabitants of the realm, the pure energy of the soul cleansing their bodies and souls, undoing the curse and returning them back to their former glory. So that pretty much sums up the Twilight Realm, where and what it is. Now we can get into the content. Out of everything in the Twilight Realm that I could speak about, only one thing has me currently asking question after question. The bizarre glowing runes and markings on almost every wall you see, and even on the Twilight themselves.
Really?
Now, stay with me here. I'm certainly not going to bore you if you haven't already fallen asleep at your desk and chairs. Just what are these markings? These swirling and alien-looking designs that the Twilight have obviously invented for their homes and decor? They can be seen all over the place. In the walls, on the floors of the palace and side buildings, only appearing as a slightly darker shade of warm grays compared to the original color of the walls. Unlike their teal and corrupted red cousins, these plain gray markings hold no glow to them. But they do just go to show how not all these markings are magical or mechanized. Some markings pulsate and shimmer. Some only come to life after a sphere has been struck, or a soul placed in a sphere-shaped clip in the floor. Others are a continuous, strong glow of greenish-blue teal, with no obvious physical source of energy or power. They just are. Others, yet still, only glow on when an individual, like Link, gets too close, like a hovering platform or a door. Wall markings of such a brilliant glow. Surely that would mean a ferocious electricity bill each month, given how these markings are always on, right? Wrong. These markings are not powered by any normal means of energy. These are powered by a very rare source of energy, yet is something everyone's heard of, and will eventually become the souls of the dead. Wake up, bear with me, sit back down. Now, souls haven't been seen being used before in a Zelda game, except for the recent edition, Breath of the Wild, where we can freely harvest luminous stones from ore deposits. These very strange and rare stones only glow at the hours of night. In-game, the description for this stone states that they contain the souls of the dead, which is the reason why they glow at night. I theorize that the glowing markings in Twilight architecture are powered or are luminous stones. Perhaps these stones have been crushed into a paint and used to decorate and mark important rooms. Or perhaps the energy from the souls contained within the stones are being absorbed and used as a battery. It's certainly possible, because it's already been done in Breath of the Wild. The four gargantuan, robotic behemoths of Hyrule, the divine beasts, are built out of a smooth stone that is impossible for Link to scale. The Sheikah, a secret race of magic-wielding ninjas, because they literally look like ninjas, in service to the Hyrulean royal family, were the ones who built these behemoths, their advanced technology holding godlike power, built to protect Hyrule from Calamity Ganon. These mechanized giants all are fueled by something, and have been stomping, gliding, and spewing water for at the very least 100 years. What magical source of likely infinite energy do these creatures run on? Because I think a few of us would just love to get our hands on this godlike power and say goodbye to our electric companies. Unfortunately, we could never get our hands on this power because they are souls. How do I know this? Well, it's just a hunch, but the furnaces are what lead me to believe that the divine beasts are fueled by the dead. Heck, They're even piloted by the souls of the champions. Don't tell me they're not souls. The ancient furnaces. These very strange-looking structures, consisting of 3 colonized figures that seem to bear a resemblance to some sort of creature likely we've never seen before, can be found to the far west side of Zelka Pond in Haitino and atop Tumala Heights in Akala. They glow a very bright shade of blue, just as the flames do, and their glow seems to pulsate, glowing strongly for 5 seconds before dimming down and disappearing for a complete second before restarting the cycle. Sprouting from the sides of the furnace's base, there are pipes or tubes that likely run very deeply into the earth. How do we not know if there are luminous stones down there? For all we know, the furnaces could also be pumps, sucking up that precious anti-electric resource and shipping the cargo off at the speed of the pulse. It looks like a heart to me. So a hop, skip, and ocarina of time, and we are back in the Twilight Realm. With still an unsolved mystery, but we have our digging tools, and finally we can speculate and guess some more. Is there another furnace in the realm of shadows? A pump that leads to a stash of spiritual stones used as a power source? Another good guess, and a far less sinister one, is that perhaps luminous stones were ground into a powdery, glowing dust and then used as paint. Again, we see this in Breath of the Wild, where Link gets the radiant outfit from the Gerudo Secret Club. The luminous stones are crushed into paint, and that is what makes them glow at night. So basically Link is a walking nightlight, perfect for all them homeless kids due to the calamity, am I right? So we have 2 theories, but now we have to pick one, which sucks! Are the glowing designs of Twilight architecture painted from crushed luminous stones? Or is it a hidden furnace, soul-eating pump that causes them to pulsate and glow? Or could it be both? Good question. Paint to make things glow, and a furnace to power doors, platforms, and more? Anywho, I really hope you enjoyed this fan theory. What are your thoughts, a serious question, on the beautiful markings in the Twilight Realm? And what would you like me to work on next? If you want to support me, subscribe, like, notification bell, all that good stuff, or you can go to my DeviantArt page, link in the description, and order a commission since I am a professional artist who is still growing in her profession. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next video.